So welcome to the Naked Eurovision podcast. Again, we are here in the corner. We're in the lingerie we got. This is the podcast dog that is around us.
Yes, we have a new podcast dog.
I would like to introduce our next guest.
Our next guests.
Guests.
Plural. Two amazing Eurovision queens.
Queens. Biggest fans. Well, ever since...
I'm their biggest fan, I think.
Biggest fan of Eurovision? Yeah.
Yeah.
So ever since I was 16, I was obsessed with the Eurofalsh, which was a band that is lip-syncing and dancing like crazy to all the biggest Eurovision hits.
And yes, as you'll hear, they literally invented YouTube. They invented TikTok before these things existed. They were internet stars before the internet knew what the internet was.
They know every move. They know every word. And they perform every Sunday for the past, I don't know how many years. And they're hilarious.
We learn about how many years, but to get an exact amount.
So this is we were wearing clothes again. And these are interview with gorgeous Miki and lovely Irit. And I hope you enjoy it. And I hope you follow Eurofalsh and follow us. Because we're all gorgeous and cute.
And naked sometimes.
Oh,
so exciting.
Oh my God, we made it. Hi.
How you doing? Yeah, I'm good. You all right?
Yes, it's
cold.
The weather is miserable here, but at least we're doing something exciting.
So miserable it depends on what you like.
No, I think this is miserable by nearly everyone's definition.
Rain, no sun.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Oh. Spoken like someone who has never experienced it a lot every day. I used to love it also when I was in Australia. I'd be like, ooh, it's such a cozy day. I could just be in bed all day. And then it was every day. And then you're like, okay, I need to get out of bed.
But you're figuring out, you want to speak?
Yeah.
Actually, in the north, it's a cozy day today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I live in the north of Israel, so we have rain.
You have rain. Oh.
Also, have rain.
Probably good.
Yeah, we were supposed to have rain today, but for some reason it's not raining.
I meant your little boy.
Yeah, I have my own little rain here. My baby.
Rain. Oh, is there? It's so wild. We watched you give birth, basically, or be pregnant and then dip out and then come back. It's been such a journey.
You know what's funny? That in this podcast, the biological women, and this is a gay party and gay band, and the women are talking. Okay, that's nice.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's been so
women,
so nice.
The straight women.
Yeah, despite of being very gay, us women are most functional ones.
Yeah.
We wanted to add some colors.
It's diverse.
Some diversity.
It's been very interesting, seeing the crowd that is connecting to the podcast, and it's just men.
Yeah,
men.
I wanna outsource.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
So wait, should we start and introduce the Eurofalsh here?
Yes, the Eurofalsh. The reason that Eurovision exists.
And
Not
rain.
a man.
Yeah. Hello.
And the Eurofalsh is the biggest Eurovision choreography band in the world, maybe.
We've mentioned you several times on the podcast before.
Yes.
You're all I think about.
I'm a fan since 17 or 18 years. I used to take the last bus from my city, being 17 with a fake ID, enter the Evita bar, and watch them and dance and get really excited and emotional. And this is amazing that you two are here tonight, today with us.
In a time of non-discrimination.
Because Eurovision is tonight.
Yeah,
exactly.
We're happy to be here.
Exactly.
It's somewhere.
Great. Exactly. It's always
in Australia.
In Genau, exactly.
So tell us everything about Eurofalsh. Share with us.
Everything? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Do you have 3 days?
We're talking about over 20 years of stories.
Yeah, that's
more
wild.
than
20 years.
Yes.
That's insane. Over a lifetime.
Yeah, I can tell that the legend start. It all started in a small bar in Tel Aviv called the Out. Pini Zilber, the bar manager, he loved Eurovision songs, and every night in the bar there was dedicated to a different music. And he decided to dedicate Sunday's night to Eurovision. The year was 1999, and it was after
Amazing.
Dana International win the Eurovision, and the Eurovision hosted in Israel. So there were a lot of hype around the Eurovision. And
It's so
it was
impressive
a
that
gay
it's been going
bar.
for so
Yeah,
long.
yeah, so long. I was not there yet.
But
Okay, that's
Not
interesting.
me.
we weren't there. Both of us, we weren't there.
Not yet.
You would
Almost
have been
me,
children
but
then.
Not yet.
yeah.
I've also heard that he started playing the Eurovision music on Sundays because it's such a weeknight in Israel. Like people don't go out on Sunday nights, and he had like one CD of top hits, and he just played it over all night. And he had no expectation. He likes Eurovision, so he's like, what the hell am I gonna do with Sunday? Eurovision song.
Little did he know he'd birthed a sensation.
Yes,
Exactly.
look
And
what happened.
exactly. And the audience danced to the Eurovision songs, and some even imitated movements and steps to the song. And one customer named Eran Luna, he saw all of this and he said, "Oh my God, they're doing it wrong." So yeah, so he said, I want to do it a little bit professionally. So he took 2 or 3 friends to his house, in every sense, by the way, and and they learned the exact movement, and they arrived and danced all night. I arrived actually in the summer of 2002. My brother just, you say released, להשתחרר, from the army, and it was Sunday. It was Sunday, and we said, okay, what we'll do in Sunday night, and I search. It was not Google yet, but it almost was Google. I Googled it. I searched.
Look through the papers.
Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, and we saw the Eurovision night, and I said, "Oh my God, why I didn't know it before?" And it was my first night. But I love Eurovision. Actually, I was born in 1978. Yes, that long ago. The day after Israel won the Eurovision, so it's a faith for me.
Oh wow!
The Israel Cohen's winning. Yeah, the Bani B'Yav.
Yeah.
And so it's a fate to me. And in the 80s, we have just one channel 1, and everyone saw the Eurovision, and it was a big party for everyone. So I really I connected to the Eurovision since I was a child. So for me, by the way, Eurovision, it's home. It's very home.
You can tell. You just feel you feel so comfortable within that space and within this, I don't know, this vision of Eurovision. It feels really like this is your home.
Yeah.
And what is your first memory actually of Eurovision?
It's Irit, you want to answer?
Mine, unlike Miki, my story is a bit different because she used to be like a proper Eurovision fan since she was a child. I mean, obviously, as you just heard, she was destined to be a Eurovision, born into it. For me, it was different. I just had most of my friends were gay since I was a teenager, and then naturally.
Good taste.
Yeah, so naturally you have good taste.
Now, by the way.
Yeah, still are. And then just one night in 2007, I heard about the Eurovision parties, but obviously it's a Sunday and it's a hard night to go out. It's not the most comfortable. And then one night I was there. It was February 2007. And then I remember sitting outside, and then I told one of my friends, I think they're dancing inside. Like I think it's like let's go have a look. And then I still call it love at first sight. It's not, I can't say it's for everyone. Some people don't get it, some people like it more than others. And for me, I walked in and I stared and I couldn't move until like 3 a.m. And then all I did was wait until it was next Sunday. And 2 months after that, I was part of the group, which is like...
Wow. Mover and shaker.
Really
You got in
fast.
there quick.
Converted.
So I fell in love with Eurovision through the Eurofalsh.
Very same. Very
You know,
same.
Miki
I would
and
agree.
they used to love Eurovision as kids, so it was an
As a
opportunity
hobby.
for me.
Yeah.
You know, when you're supposed to write, what is your hobby? I wrote Eurovision. And everyone, what the hell is that? What, this is a hobby? Is it a hobby?
It's an obsession. It's a religion. It's a cult.
So I had the opposite
It's
process.
the reason. It's the reason.
And what is your first Eurovision that you watched? Or you remember that you watched?
Me? Actually, my first memory of Eurovision is 1985. You know, ole ole, Izer Cohen. Yeah. We are all sitting as a family at home and watched. And my parents let me to go to bed late. It was sensual because it was not a wedding. So I was very happy for that. And after that, you know, we record all the Eurovision on videotapes. You remember the videotapes?
Yes.
In the 80s, in the end of the 80s. And I remember I came from school and put the videotapes and I hear it, you know, like loops, repeat. And I also remember me trying to do what the singers do, especially Carola in 91. I remember like, yeah. The lip sync and the steps, a lot of rehearsal to the mirror with the faces because it was very funny. And then when I came in to the
Yeah. It's
out,
like you're talking about last weekend,
nothing
right? You
stayed.
did this last week.
You're right. And then when I came to the out and I saw the group dancing, I fit because that's what I did all my life, you know, dancing Eurovision. So it fit. It's also the first TikTok. I call us the first TikTok. Dancing and lip sync, you know, we invented it.
Yeah.
Like 30 years ago.
You heard it here first. Yes, definitely. And so how, you said the original night was just like one greatest hits CD. And then how do you guys add to the tracks that you play each week? Do you all have to sit around and vote? Is it a bureaucracy where you say like, I want to add this song or this song? And what is that like?
Well, it really varies with time. Obviously, he just started the night like that. I don't think it lasted long. I mean, obviously, started to come and hear more and more songs.
More songs, of course.
Yeah.
They invented also the YouTube.
Yeah.
You're ahead
YouTube
of the
wasn't
pack.
there yet.
True.
And so he started to properly DJ. Sorry, can you hear my baby? He's screaming.
Yeah, it's cute.
Great.
The next generation of
Yeah,
Eurovision.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, he just woke up, so
We'll interview him later as well.
18 years old.
So he had to obviously start to properly DJ all night. And then it's like a party. The night works like a party. The DJ just plays songs. And then with time, it started more immature, and with time, it just became more and more professional. Without even like, we call it a hobby out of a hobby that got out of proportions, because we never meant to make like it's not a career for any of us. It just became bigger and bigger, and people wanted more, and then we had to provide more. And doing like the choreographies became more professional because it was like a natural evolution of the whole thing.
Also,
And,
the performance in the Eurovision got more and more professional.
yeah.
You know, in the 90s, it was like step touch, and and after the millennials, you know, after 2000, it becomes a real dance. So
It grew along with
also,
us.
this is the evolution.
Step touch is
Yeah.
real dance.
And it got harder and harder. I don't know how we're gonna do a hockey performance. It's got harder and harder. And I'll just add that the out bar closed at 2003, and it was really sad because we didn't know where it's gonna go. All this Eurofalsh. It was not a Eurofalsh yet, and we established the name Eurofalsh in 2004 when we were asked to prepare a performance for the theater club. You remember, Tomer, the theater club? Moadon HaTeatron. It was a Eurovision party, and he wants some songs, you know, that we perform. And then he asked us, so what is your name? And we looked at each other and say, what the hell is our name? And we thought about a lot of names. Most of them were awful. And then we created the Eurofalsh. You know, you're German, so you know Falsch what it is.
Yes.
Euro, it's Europe, Falsch, false. And since then, we're the Eurofalsh. We were in several places, and in the Vita, it was a very nice home for us. Like almost 10 years, I think we were in the Vita.
Yeah.
It was 10 years, and then also a little tour until now, the Lima. This is our second home.
Yeah. And how many Eurovisions did you went as a group? I know 2015, right, in Austria. Where else?
I think 2011, it was a very serious year for us because two reasons. First, Pini Zilber, that he started as the manager of the out, but after that he was the DJ, our DJ, and he asked for to DJ in the German Eurovision. Irit, you want to tell about it? Because I was pregnant, 8 months pregnant.
Oh, wow.
I was not there.
Yeah, so most of the group, they all went for like 10 days. And then Eran and we only went there for 2 nights because he actually won some contest, and he won the tickets. The flight tickets and the tickets for a hotel and the tickets for the Eurovision and everything. And then we said, fortunately, Miki is now pregnant, because if he had to decide between the two of us who is going to take as his plus one,
drama.
He would never be able to do that. So, well,
no insurance wanted to let me. I was 8 months.
Yeah. So I get to go with Eran to that Eurovision, but fast forward, I didn't go to Eurovision last year because I was pregnant. So
it all evens out. The world makes sense.
You gain some, you lose some.
But what I said at Pini got the chance to DJ in the Euro Club parties, and he suggests that the Eurofalsh will perform in the meanwhile. And that was our first recognition, our international recognition of the Eurofalsh. And after that, in 2014, in Denmark, one of the audience from 2011 saw us and invited us to perform every night in the Euro Club. And
we were like the house band.
Exhausting.
Yeah, in Copenhagen, we were like the house band. On room, we were there every night, in between the actual Eurovision artists. But I think between these 2 events, also we had there's a documentary film about us. So we were also invited for a gay.
Yeah, that was screening. Yeah,
in Switzerland. What year? Which year was that? I think that
was also that. Yeah, 2011, it was a very important year for us because of the Eurovision and because of the documentary, movie in Switzerland also,
Is the documentary on YouTube?
In the gay movie
festival.
Oh, wow, amazing.
Yeah, so that's another thing we had like internationally. the movie, it's called Eurofalsh, the movie.
Oh yeah,
Right. Okay.
Very original.
Going for it, yeah. And
Yeah, I can't say it's very representing at the moment
Yeah.
because it was shot it for 3 years. It's owned by a very big, important broadcaster in Israel. But it's really not up to date. Someone should
Make another film.
They should have a part 2.
We're
Yeah,
waiting
part
for
2
someone
and
to do
even
Eurofalsh
part
the
3
movie
also.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
let's say there's a lot to capture. Whole series.
To be
And so-
continued.
what is your
Yes.
favorite song to perform? Each of one of you.
Well, I will tell you about Vienna, the year 2015, because we performed in the City Hall area in the Euro Village. It was the
So
first.
yeah, it was
first
Eurovision. It was sorry, it was right in front of
no,
a
first.
Square, like a massive square. Like we couldn't see the end of the audience.
Platz.
Oh, wow.
Platz.
Platz.
Yeah.
And it was a big stage with LED screen and like good light and a lot of audience that I was very happy to see it. He got the humor, because we not only do the same steps, we add some, like a little bit of humor. And it was amazing. It was a lot of audience. It was amazing. And for me, I have a very specific reason why I love this performance. I have a Holocaust grandparents that was in the Holocaust, and related. And Vienna was in the Vienna Platz, City Hall Platz was the place that they were sends Jew for the camp, and we stand on the stage and we sang "Chai Chai Chai," that Ofra has a song, and it was so exciting. I went, after the performance, I go after to backstage, and I just cried because for me it was very simple to sing "Chai Chai Chai" in the place that Jews.
Chai in Hebrew means
sent to their
alive.
death.
Okay. So much history.
Guess you know.
The song means the word Chai means alive, and when they sent it to the Eurovision, when Ofra Chaza went to the Eurovision in 1983, they all wore yellow. All the dancers, they wore yellow because it was also in Germany, and it was a symbol of the Jude patch from the Holocaust. So it all connected, and also.
Yeah.
I don't know if you meant to say, but also Miki's husband's name is Chai.
Right.
And also, is Chai Israeli? His name is Chai
Yes,
Israeli.
lots of meanings.
Wow.
Like for us, stand there and sing, and come as well. We're not representing Israel, but we are Israelis, and we are a group from Israel.
Yeah.
So for us to stand there and sing Chai, alive, 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 in the middle.
To lip sync Chai. I don't recommend that we will sing.
None of us.
It's the same. You don't even notice. You don't even notice. It looks extremely real.
I guess behind that, I think that the performance that we all really love to perform, it's to the singers, to the original singers. I performed "Why Me" to Linda Martin. And I was, I did it, and I like, oh my God, it's a dream come true. What am I doing, And also Era Bjork, remember? Wow, Fuego.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
She came to the Lima.
Amazing. Was it a surprise or was it planned? Did she contact you before and say, I'm going to make an appearance?
No, we knew that she's coming. Someone contacted us and told us she's in Tel Aviv and they're bringing her.
Oh, wow.
We didn't know. But it was amazing. And obviously, other than all of these mentions, we also performed with quite a few Israeli singers that were in the Eurovision. Like
Israel Cohen.
Times.
A lot of times.
Yeah, I think
Avi Toledano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Yaron Haddad, he was in the press selection. And who else? Like, I swear, like we had so many, I can't even remember.
Yeah, but the Hera Bjork
How rude of me.
story, the Hera Bjork story was that she was here for the Eurovision that were in Tel Aviv, and we saw her in the Euro Club, and I was so excited, and I knocked her on her shoulder and I said, "Hello, I'm Miki from the Eurofalsh. I'm do you, I am doing you." And she said, "What?
I do you.
I do you, crazy person." And then all the group started to sing Je ne sais quoi. They saw my confusion and sang, and we just
And
performed.
also, I have to mention, just recently, like less than a month ago, we had Israel calling in Tel Aviv. You know, when they have a big performance here, and we had 18 delegations coming to Israel to perform in a big show just for this Eurovision that didn't even happen yet.
2023 Eurovision.
The singer
it was like
from
the pre-party.
Moldova, his name is Pasha, and he also represented Moldova in 2012. And Miki and we've met him outside after the show, and we showed him that we know the choreography from 2012, of course, and you can find it. It's the funny thing because he really liked it, and he was there with his wife, and his wife told us, "Okay, let's do a thing," and she took a video to upload it on his social media of us the choreography with him. So
I think I might have seen this online. It was amazing.
And you can find it. It's on our social media as well, on our Instagram and TikTok. And so just recently, like these things, they keep happening. And hopefully we'll have more and more of these sort of experiences.
Which songs will you add to your catalog? Which ones will you perform from this year?
Norway.
Finland.
We have lots of songs this year. Unicorn, of course.
Yeah.
We have a lot of good songs that actually works well with what we do. We don't get that many every year.
Yeah.
Also, we're not doing it yet, but we're probably gonna do Croatia.
Sure.
Hardcore.
We're doing Albania.
Albania, of course.
The Kardashian family.
The family, the Kardashians of Albania.
The Kardashians from Albania.
Yeah.
You know that Albanian language is very similar to Hebrew, but not in the same meaning. So we have.
It's not actually similar to Hebrew. It's like it sounds like when you listen to it, you can think it's Hebrew, but not Hebrew words. But like this, it's a bit hard to explain. Like
phonetically, it sounds similar.
Tomer, you will understand it.
Gishdurim. It's like very gishdurim.
Yes.
Amazing.
It's a big, it became like a massive hit with the fandom in Israel because someone released a version in which there's subtitles in Hebrew of the wrong word, what it sounds like in Hebrew. So when she sings Yatunda, it sounds like Yam Tumtam, which means in Hebrew, you idiot.
Stupid.
It's really funny. And he did it for the entire song. So it's a great song. Like, I love it regardlessly. Yeah. I think it has a great melody. It's very emotional. It's the kind of things that they do in the Balkan, that they always bring these very specific sort of emotional songs. And I love when they do that.
It's an interesting dynamic with the daughter and the family all there in the background.
Wow, you have to see our performance because
yes,
the whole family. Yeah, we're doing the whole family. I'm the mother with a blonde wig, and it's very
so
funny.
Many characters. It's perfect for you, actually.
Irit is
the
weird sister.
It's the weird sister that she's like shocked.
Like,
she's looking around.
Did you see the press selection?
Yes, it was great.
The weird sister.
So that's my part.
I would love to know the behind the scenes of the family. Like, is there some tension between them if they all want to be the main singer or how they feel? It would be great.
What's the name of them? And Family, right? That's the name of the band. And Family.
Albina, yeah.
Albina and family.
Albina and the yeah.
And all the family names is Alban, Albina, Albinea, Albanuna.
Yeah. Yeah, so the front
They had
singer
a
is
theme and
Albina,
they
the
stuck to
is
the theme.
Albana, the brother is Albin, and they all live in Albania.
It's representation.
And what is your
Yes.
favorite song? Favorite song of all time? Hard.
Both times.
Oh my God, you cannot ask me that.
People always
It's like matter of
ask
We have to at
us-
least buy you a drink first.
You know,
Such
this
a
is
common question people always ask us, and it's so hard to decide. I think usually I say Kisses for me, but I mean it's really undecisive. Like it's not necessarily, not every day.
I can give you my favorite in every year if you want.
Please.
No,
56.
but
56.
well, I will say that you know the Eurovision for me it's my life playlist. It's the playlist of my life. So every season, every part of my life, I love a different song. I got married with Hallelujah. To the wedding, you know, I got to the chuppah with the Hallelujah, which is a very good song, and you have to march 3 minutes. So you cannot do it for more than 3 minutes.
She walks with you down the aisle.
And I also love, you know, Tout se reconnaîtra. It's a wonderful song. I also love Je ne sais quoi. The song does thing to my
It
heart.
does something, yeah.
Yeah. It's like I don't know, vibes, good vibes. So I have several.
Also, one song I really love is Sobe Sobe.
Sobre, bella. This one?
Yeah.
Portugal
Portugal.
79. It
Wow.
opened Eurovision in
Yes.
Jerusalem. It was beautiful. Yeah.
Random. That's a random song that I
Random. No, it makes you feel
I
good.
heard.
It's like it gives you a good vibe.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Sobe Sobe.
RS2, it's a good song also.
We actually had a bet. We had a bet between us. If you do Annie Lorak, Shady Lady, at Eurofalsh or don't. Do you perform it?
Used to.
Yes.
We used
Oh,
to. We
used to
didn't do
win.
it for
Are you ready? Of course.
Yeah. When? What is
Yeah.
used to? What was the last time? More or less.
It's hard to
the
say.
last time
The group has changed. The group has changed. The dances has changed. I mean, obviously the playlist changes with time because we get new hits every year, and some songs last more than others. Miki.
I'm gonna make you shiver. So we're
Are we
shivering.
dancing through?
We are shivering. So you did do it, okay? That I
Are
lost.
you ready?
I feel like
Um,
there's a lot of new members now. There's a lot of new dancers.
Yeah,
in
what's
the
going
team.
on? What's going on? Tell us the gossip. What's happening?
Yeah, we had some changes. We had some bigger changes than usual because, well,
Two of our members did relocation to the state. No, and
wow.
we got new members. You know, it's 22
things-
years. So
yeah, a few things
not
happened
all
at the
of us-
same time. So
Do you have
two
pre-selections and then do you have finals?
auditions?
And do you vote? And
Can we
how
do
does that
audition?
work?
Yeah, they do 1 till 12.
Yeah.
No 9, no 11. And then all the members vote.
Also, like, because at the same time, like in September, 2 of the guys moved to the States. I gave birth, so I wasn't there for a while, and someone was not well for a while. So they didn't have a dancer, so they had to recruit.
Yeah.
And we had 4 people, like
New
2 and then 2 more, which is like a massive change. The
Yeah.
dynamics is different. Obviously, no, you change the people, you change, like, the atmosphere changes naturally.
And the
in every
motivation
sort.
is motivation also grow because they
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
do more and more dancing and to perform.
Yeah,
But to be a member in the
it's very
Eurofalsh,
unusual.
yeah, You need two viruses together. You need the Eurovision virus and the stage virus together, combined.
And the false.
And the false.
The
Okay,
false
so-
virus.
And
exactly.
but like, I mean, Miki, you live like an hour from Tel Aviv. So how do you do it Sunday? It's late. How do you go home? Like, you sleep in the center? Like, what is the sacrifice? Like, kiss to the kid? I don't know. What?
I'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Well, no, I'm coming home after the Eurofalsh night. I'm very happy. You know, the adrenaline is still there. So until half of the way, I'm still singing and dancing, and then I'm do a coffee stop and go back home. You know, in Israel is very small, so it's an hour. It's just an hour.
Every time I've been, I've met a
I can
girl
tell
and she
you-
drives down from Jerusalem
tell you-
every single week. It's very
Sorry?
impressive, the commitment.
The commitment is I can tell you about that, about the commitment, that obviously me and Miki, we have very different circumstances. Like, I live much closer to Tel Aviv, but like for me right now, it's I can't give it up, because my life at the moment, I work a full-time job, I have a baby, and I'm a single mom, and I'm having like an extremely hard time being there every Sunday. But like people around that are not part of that world, like people at work and stuff like that, are like asking me, how are you able to do that, to go out still, like, and go to sleep so late every Sunday? And there's no complicated explanation. It's very simple. It's just that important, and it's very hard to do. Like, I don't really sleep at nights at the moment personally. So we all have, obviously Miki lives an hour or more away, and also she has a family and a career, and we all make sacrifices, and it's really hard to do, and it's hard to do every week. But
The sacrifice is family and the job. I want to do Eurofalsh all the time.
Yeah. Eurofalsh is the
That's
is
the
the
sacrifice
reason
that
that
I
you
have to
haven't-
go
yeah,
to.
yeah.
It's like a
To my
drug, I
work.
guess. Yeah. So wait, we're gonna have less than 1 minute.
And we do it
Oh,
because
yeah.
we just love it so much, and we appreciate the fact that we have that thing in our life. We appreciate it so much. We don't want to give it up for anything. And
It's a
so-
community.
Beautiful.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
we're back. Do we record?
I don't think we're recording yet.
No, we are.
Oh no, we are. Okay, nice.
So
Did you record the last part?
No,
It
we
just
did-
flew.
no,
It
we
just
sta-
flew by.
from the beginning.
Yeah.
No, we did record it. It worked. So
I
yeah.
remember just when it got hung up, I was just saying that we love it so much that we can do it all. I was just doing that.
Yes. I mean, it
We
really
can do it
shows.
all.
It really shows.
So
The
I-
love and the dedication, it like comes through in your performances. It's really amazing to watch.
You know, it's not all only us. The audience, because we are fans for ourselves are fans, Eurovision fans, so we see each other in the same house, so it's not like we want the audience feel at home also, so we really do it like that. And what happened after 2011 is that a lot of tourists came to Israel, and the vacation was from Sunday to Sunday because they want to be in the Eurofalsh party.
Literally me. I did.
He's a
Every
tourist.
time, every
Oh,
time
yeah.
I would come to Israel, I was like, okay, so we have to go. I have to go 10 days. I need there to be 2 Sundays. It's really like I shaped my entire yearly holiday around these trips to Israel, and so I could go to Lima bar twice.
Oh, I love that.
Glad to hear it. And by the way, that's also the reason that we're not in charge money to the party. It's for free because it's a free service for people.
It's amazing.
Eurovision
It's really
Night.
amazing. I've said it on the podcast before, but if Eurovision only existed just so Eurofalsh could exist, I think it's okay. Like it's worth all the investment from all of the countries.
Wow.
Do you know
Yeah,
what?
like-
Sometimes there's songs in the Eurovision that when I watch them for the first time, I say, I can't think of any reason for them to release this show and this performance unless it's just for the Eurofalsh.
Yeah.
Some songs
Like
now,
Croatia
it's
this
not for the
year.
Eurofalsh. Why? Yeah, like Croatia.
The
this year.
Croatian
I'm
song
like,
is very
legit,
interesting.
It's
just
very
for us.
Eurofalsh song.
Yes,
I know.
yes.
It's like I look at it and I think they made it just for us. Tailor made for the Eurofalsh.
I think they did. I
No
think they
other
did.
reason.
Also, we made alive a lot of last songs, you know, like Turkey, Bir Melody. No one knew this song before Eurofalsh performed it. It was like that one point, but we
What
made
is
make it.
Yeah.
the Finnish song that you always do? With the
Me,
like old Finnish song.
we do a lot of Finnish song. Kudama,
Like an old one, really old one.
when I'm throwing,
Yeah.
when I'm throwing.
Oh yeah, when you're throwing up. Yes. It's
Because
amazing.
the Finnish song, you need to.
I mean, the Finnish language. The Finnish language is so fun. It can be so funny. It really.
Finnish people as well.
Have you mentioned how you basically invented YouTube, you invented TikTok. Did you notice a big difference before when you were doing it like pre-social media to now that I can watch it every week following you on Instagram? Did you notice there was a shift in the crowd or who you kind of were interacting with? Was there like a big boom in the size of the community?
I'm trying to think. It's a bit hard for me to say because actually I started, we had a Facebook page for, almost as long as we have Facebook, but it's not very popular anymore. And then for a while, we didn't have an Instagram account. And I've opened it 2018 after Neta One, which is quite late for Instagram.
Yeah.
And at the time, actually, we've all met in Lisbon. We went there and we've met there, but me personally, I didn't live in Israel at the time. I used to live in London. So then I actually don't know because I started it from London. And they used to send videos every week, and I would edit and upload it and like manage the page. So
wow, okay.
I don't know. And TikTok, we've only just opened a TikTok account, so follow us because we have very few followers at the moment.
We can follow you. We'll link you in all of our videos. I tried to find you. I tried to link you one time because I think we brought it up, but I wasn't sure.
And follow us as well. We're trying. We're a new podcast. We try to.
Gladly. Like we're new. It's a new account, so just tell me and I'll follow you from there as well. The thing is, we're a bit on delay with these sort of things because that's the thing with Eurofalsh. It's not what we do in life. Like it's not our career. It's our hobby. So, and there's no manager. Like there's no official manager. So, for example, I took it on myself to open the Instagram back there because I remember in Lisbon, people were asking us. They took videos of us performing in the club in Lisbon. And they were asking us, "Oh, what's your Instagram? We want to tag you." And then it was like embarrassing. Oh, we don't have an Instagram account. So since then, it grew nicely. I think
old.
we should have 10K. We don't yet, but we should.
We're old.
I'm sure the TikTok audience will just blow up.
People study this social. I was like, I will pay you somebody. Just leave me alone. Like do the social media. It's like exhausting.
It's like
write a story.
It's a whole career.
It's a nightmare. We should do another episode about bitching about it. Social media.
You know, the Eurovision, like 20 years ago, you just flew to see the show. Now there is a lot of events around it, and it's amazing.
That's true. These pre-parties are everywhere. So, like, have they been doing that for a long time?
A lot of parties, yeah.
No, not that long, I think. And also, like this year, they had so many. There's always London and Amsterdam, and now they had this year they've had
Israel calling,
Poland, Israel, Spain.
It also had a huge impact on the polling, especially for the UK. After her performance in one of the parties, the betting odds went. She lost a lot of spots. Yeah,
she cannot sing.
You know, I always say that the whole existence of the Eurofalsh and what we do depends on how organic the whole thing is. it came about in the most organic way. No one ever said like let's form a group. It just happened, and everyone that joined organically, and everything we do is like it's authentic, and that's
it's so authentic.
Yeah, that's why it exists, and it can't live any other way. It can't exist, in my opinion, in any other way. That's the way it has to be.
Amazing. Now,
and it's amazing.
I want to play.
It's all about friendship, also.
Yeah.
It's also friendship here that matters.
Especially during COVID, watching you guys all kind of bubble together and perform like online, it was great.
I want to play.
So during the lockdowns, we made a few video clips, very unprofessional ones, but
amazing. They were amazing.
Homemade.
Very homemade. You can maybe say it's part of the charm. I don't know, but it is what it is.
And several Zoom party also.
Yeah, and the Zoom parties were great because lots of people that like yourselves that watch us from abroad, they could join, it was great. Like, but Zoom party is a bit like it's a bit hard to get in the vibe because you stand alone at home and dance in front of a screen.
Yeah.
So,
literally.
Yeah, but during lockdown, like the massive lockdowns, it was we had something like it's better than nothing. So that's the social you could have got. So you could do it back then. It was great to have.
I would love a copy of your playlist. I want like a Eurofalsh approved Eurovision playlist so that we can
Miki
have
has
all
it.
the songs.
Miki has it
It's on
right.
Spotify.
It's on Spotify. Amazing.
No,
Okay, great.
Tal put it on Spotify. There is a Eurofalsh.
Really? I didn't know.
Ah, great. We can link
Yes,
it.
it's on
We'll link
Spotify,
it.
and it's Falsh songs. That's 24 songs, party songs, and I can get you the list. Yeah.
Yes,
It
please.
changes
Oh my
with
God.
time.
I want the Eurovision approved by Eurofalsh songs.
So I want to play. The last thing I want to play a game. I'll do a dance movement and from your repertoire, and you tell me which song it is. Okay?
Too easy.
And it's
go
also
on.
going to be maybe part of my audition for Eurofalsh. So the first one.
For that.
No, okay. So the first one will be this.
That's why we're here today.
Yes, that's why
Exactly.
we're
That's
actually
why
the
we're-
real reason there is no podcast. It's all made up.
No, but that's if you remember. Okay, so first one is this one.
Hero. Shalev.
Okay, Hero. What was the winner? Irit. Okay, what about this one? No. Wait.
That could be quite a few songs.
I heard all the songs. Okay, there was Secret Combination, right?
Okay.
I thought about it, but then I thought we don't really do it anymore.
I don't know.
No,
He's lived in Germany too long.
Use your imagination. Like I'm still there.
Use your imagination. I'm not you.
I'm true. Okay, what about this one?
Je ne sais quoi.
What is
Very good.
it?
I have another one.
Oh,
Star.
Akastan.
Yes,
Very good.
Akastan.
that's one of my favorites. I think that's
Welcome
probably
to
my
my
favorite
galaxy.
Eurofalsh.
What about this one? I
A
don't know if
unicorn.
which one is this one?
I was
I didn't see you.
Cinderella
Cinderella, yeah, but that's not.
from Israel.
From Israel? Is it?
Cinderella.
I thought it's like
Yeah,
also
that's not it's made up. It's not the actual choreography. It has
you just invented it?
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's made up.
And can you do the Zodiac? Because the Zodiac always looked really like complicated to me. How do you do that? Like
I can't do the baby.
it's so fast.
Right, just to the side.
Yeah. I had a moment with that because there's like a fast bit in the middle of it with the
Artsy.
But yeah, C part with like a more
C part, sorry.
complicated choreography. And when I moved back to Israel, I didn't live in Israel for 3.5 years. And when I moved back, the night I got here, they didn't know I'm coming. It was a surprise. I landed on Sunday night and came straight to the Lima. and I was like, high on relaxing pills. And then like I thought, oh, I'm not gonna remember anything. I've not been like in almost a year, and then they played Zodiac, and like the C part. The moment I heard the music, I just knew the whole choreography.
It's like riding a bike. You never forget.
It's like sex.
No, I always say it, but I can't ride a bike.
Never forget.
It might be good, it might be bad, but you know how to do it.
Amazing.
That was amazing.
Yes.
It was an honor. It's
heartwarming. It's amazing. Really like a family. Come on. We've been through
Thank
things.
you, guys.
And thank you so much for
Eurovision
to participate.
When are you going to be in Israel? Are you coming for Pride?
No, I'm coming after Pride. I'm coming for my grandma's birthday.
Okay.
It's more important than Pride. No, I think Pride is on my birthday this year, and I'm gonna be here. I'm working as well now in the farm, like whatever. We're gonna
keeping us away. Work is keeping us away.
We're only working as podcasters.
Yes.
This
is supporting us.
Did you plan 2 Sundays at least?
Yeah, I think
at least.
The thing is, my husband, may he live long. He's always lazy to go on Sunday to Tel Aviv. It's always the same. He's not a fan. He's like an anti-fan.
I feel like he's got a chip on his shoulder. Yeah, he actually enjoys it, but he doesn't allow himself to enjoy it.
He said it was amazing. We went also
too authentic.
after the wedding. We went with everybody.
Telling what I tell my husband. This is your beer night. Bye.
It's your night off.
Go meet someone.
Yeah. And I just need to be like on Grindr with tourists and stuff like this and just go with them because they're the most fun. They actually appreciate it. All my Israeli friends are so cynical.
You know what? It's such a community kind of night. You can come on your own and everyone's your friend.
Yeah, 1,000%. Do you perform at many weddings? Or is it a one-off?
Not that many because we don't actually actively promote it.
Yeah.
But
we performed a few.
We love it. It's the best thing to do. Like we absolutely love it.
It was the best part of the whole ceremony.
I know, right?
I agree. Of my married life until now. It's a year and it's like it was the highlight. From then it's going downhill.
If you got married just so we could see Eurofalsh perform, it's worth it.
Happy to hear it.
I think it was the best decision of all the planning of the wedding. It was the best decision.
Oh,
it was the first thing I said when they were like, "We're gonna get married in Israel." I was like, "Then Eurofalsh has to perform." It was like, yes, of course.
It was clear. Like we cannot.
It was never gonna be. It wasn't doubted for sure. But thank you so much.
Most of the time, the groom has so hard to decide, which songs.
Oh my God, I drove Irit crazy. Irit and I went on full-on WhatsApp messaging.
Exactly, because most of the songs are love songs. So you need to choose from love songs, this one or this one. And it's really
I almost made you do Serbia. I almost made you do Constanza. Like,
that would have been amazing. I know.
You should have done this one.
Yes,
if we don't
that
want
would have.
to do
Yes,
I didn't think about it. There's so many. What about
also the one with I wish I had a straw that I could put in my ear.
I mean, for the next wedding.
Is it Lasha Tumbai, right?
Yes. Ziban Lulu.
And which one is this one? Do you remember? Which one is this one? It's from the Eurovision. The end of which song it was?
The banana?
No, it's what's her name?
No. Malta.
Yes.
Malta.
Ira Losak, showing her pregnant baby. Or also Ich Treue. Walking, yeah. Amazing. Thank you so much again. We can continue.
Poland.
I think we're going to run out of time again.
Poland as well.
I follow my heart.
Yeah. And she's like, yay. What a cringe moment, though.
I follow my heart.
Yeah. Then, amazing.
Guys, it was a pleasure.
What a cringe bit.
It was such a pleasure.
It was the pleasure was all ours.
It's cute.
It was.
We'll watch you every week. Thank you so much.
And may the best song will win.
Win!
Yes. Yeah. Bye. Bye, Rainy.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Have a nice Eurovision season. Bye-bye.
Yes.